Reacts.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Matt, and you're watching Matt Modify Reacts. And today we're reacting to 30 dialects of the English language in the UK. We're definitely going to learn some things today, I think. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment your favorite part of the video. And without further ado, let's jump into 30 dialects of the English language in the UK. United Kingdom.
They agreed that the one who first succeeded in making the traveller take his cloak off should be considered stronger than the other. Then the north wind blew as hard as he could, but the more he blew, the more closely did the traveller fold his cloak around him.
I feel like that sounds like Jane Goodall. That's what I instantly started thinking of. I don't know if she's from that part of the UK, but I instantly just clicked in my head the accent kind of sounded familiar to me, like, you know, Jane Goodall.
All I knew was this, for the first decade of my life, this tremendous relief from my family. And people come around saying, lovely flatbed, oh, you are lucky.
I am familiar, I've definitely heard the Cockney accent quite a bit. I don't know if so much everybody that I know it from, but I feel like that is probably maybe a very familiar UK accent for Americans, because most of, you know, when it's not like the Queen's English per se of, you know, everybody knows the traditional royal English, like depicted in period pieces and things like that. That's what I would think most Americans attribute a UK accent to, unless they, you know, unless they are in the know.
And the horse he'd go off round the alleyways to the various people, and the horse would just walk a bit further down the road and stop again, and so on, you know.
I like that accent. That accent almost sounds kind of like the guys from Still Game, not the real heavy Scottish accents. But there was an older gentleman in the pub that kind of sounded like that.
And he ended up down here in the afternoon, the last call.
Oh, put a heap of straw in and shook it all up and watered it, and then drawed out these bundles and took it up on a fork.
Oh my God, that sounded like Ozzy Osbourne a little bit. I don't know exactly regionally where Ozzy was out of, but that almost had, to me, had like an Ozzy kind of sound to it, where everything just kind of, the words kind of like run together per se.
I only followed that through for 1 12 and I took to a stable of horses. Of course, that improves the wages. We had 12 shillings a week then, and a cottage to live with or work.
Wow, okay, I like that accent. That has a real philosopher sound to it, you know, like an English philosopher you could hear having that, or an English professor rather.
And that was better beer. That was halfpenny beer, see? And 'twas brewed at Kennet. Well,
what did he say? Wow, West Country, huh? Holy cow, yeah, the accent definitely is thicker in certain parts than others, because, oh my gosh.
around here, because there's big breweries, Kennet. They used to brew some beautiful beer.
Okay.
And they, and they were big blokes in them days. No, you wouldn't get in Bristol Police for under 6 foot.
Then it was rinsed in the big square sink, and then you went
in the sink. I like that. Sink.
out the yard and you mangled it, and then it went up on the line.
Wow. Is that Devon or Devon? Is it pronounced Devon? 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 I don't know. I'm showing my American self. I am so sorry.
You're covered in mud and muck.
Oh, we've been for a good old stank.
Or a stank.
Stank,
Good old stank,
and
yeah.
that is Cornish. Stank, a tough walk. That was a good old stank, wasn't it?
Oh, wow. They call a walk a stank. That is crazy. If you told somebody something about a stank in America, everybody would be looking at you like, you know, you stank, you know, you stink, you smell bad. But a walk, a Cornish term for a walk is A stank. Wow. I learned something today, guys. I might not have failed this test.
And then sometimes the weeds were pulled out by hand. There used to be garlics, which looked very much like mustard seed, but that was a weed. The garlic used to be pulled by hand.
Where you going? I said, I come to the further side. He said, what do you mean further side? I said, I don't know. I said, more don't know far, I don't think. I come away one day, I said, my granny, I said, oh.
Wow, yeah. Some of those, I mean, I can get bits and pieces of words, but the mass majority of the really heavy accents are, I feel like you'd have to hear them a lot. If you're not somebody who natively hears those accents a lot to where you can decipher easily, I feel that may be where, I mean, I can get little bits and pieces. Like I said, I could hear certain words, so I could probably carry on a conversation without issue, but some of those accents are, ooh.
When Dad brought stalk of Brussels sprouts home, he trimmed them up on the garden, and they were like £7.
Trimmed them up on the garden, she said. I like that.
One thing I always call it, is it time for victuals, mate? I always call it victuals.
Victuals.
That's maybe only my way, but if we're two of them, I say to my brother, we better go for some victuals, mate.
That man sounded like he just gave up on what he was trying to say, and he just like mumbled halfway through all of that. I didn't even. He had me with the victuals, and I understood a couple of other words, and then all of a sudden he just kind of said, "I give up."
And off we go for the dinner, like.
Mind you, I don't know whether there'd be any truth in it, to tell you the truth, because nobody ever took interest, and of course I suppose anybody with a good head.
Okay.
Of course, they said, oi, up it, you know.
Oi, I like
it by taking about 2 paces back. And then I sat there and I watched this bloke as he assembled his drum kit, you see. And I spent the whole rest of the night watching this drummer.
Huh?
If I want to go Hanley Park or anything like that, get a milk bottle, she's saying. She shoved this white stuff in it and shake it up. There you go, with this bottle of pop and a beetroot sandwich.
It's so crazy how, like, similar in dialect and similar in sound, and then so drastically different. Like, it is beyond fascinating, to say the least, because to be able to look into a country and see how diverse and how, you know, again, similar, but so diverse, it's just fascinating to see.
Things started to change, you see, and the bus was going up to Aberystwyth twice a week, and Aberystwyth people started to go down on the bus to Machynlleth to do their bit of shopping.
I was like, what happened? That man's voice was fading out. I was listening, and then all of a sudden he was like fading out as he was talking. Yeah, the Welsh accent too is also very interesting. I love the diversity in that accent as well. You can hear so many different areas and things like that. It's just so crazy, man. I wish I had a cool accent.
When they're boiled, then they've got to be peeled.
Or dialect, rather.
Depending on the size of your catch, which could in them days be anything from
a cat. He said a catch. Damn, that's crazy. I'm telling, man, this is so fascinating to me. As somebody who attended a public school, you know, I'm getting more learning this way. So I am very fascinated.
£10 to £150 in weight. The hours mounted up, you see. You might get back home at, say, 7 in the morning.
I can't forget one man lower down in I told you we lived in one of the old houses. Well, on the other corner where the other end was, there was a man who was down the docks and he was working there, and I just can't think of his name now.
I mean, you literally have them eating out of your hand pigeons. Like, you see them in Piccadilly and places like that where people have fed them and they're all over them. But this is actually being able to pick them up without them flying off.
That is so crazy. Like, I just as I think, like, I got it all, I'll lose it, man. I'll tell you. I think I gather all of what's being said, and all of a sudden it's just like.
It's a strainer is style. Now sit on a little three-leg steel and get your head stuck into that coosad. By God, it was a grand job on a
Yorkshire.
I got a hint there, Alec, when a Galloway got a glyph and conked the chuman.
Say what? Wait.
I got a hint there, Alec, when a Galloway got a glyph and conked the chuman.
He conked a chuman? I know that's probably not what he said. Oh my gosh, wow. Wow, that is a very interesting dialect.
Well, should he? I mean, how are you going to catch up? You didn't get paid if you didn't catch up.
I like that one.
I always love one. I mean, I love a...
I mean, hell, I like them all. I've been saying I like that one to all of them.
Stronger East, yeah. I mean, them days you didn't live with lasses. If a bloke was gone with a lass and they weren't married, she had a bad name, you know, and everybody looked down on people.
Oh, okay, yeah. So the ladies couldn't live with the guys without them being married, or it made the ladies look bad. Got it. All right. Well, that's cool. That's good looking out over there with the Geordie dialect.
Which is a shame. I think it's a place for the old-fashioned type of pub, you know. And I mean, the ones like the last one we were in the market, it's been renovated. It really is nice. It's open plan, beautiful, really is, and they do a lot of catering.
Use our Macca talk, our Cumberland crack.
Whoa.
Once it's gone, it'll never come back. Use it gay often, as much as you like, or it'll just get away like snow for day.
All right, so that was a little poem. That was a little. I like that one. Cumbrium.
Had this the horse and gate, and we had a big Clydesdale cuddy, a big Clydesdale horse.
Yeah, that Scots accent. Woo!
I've had strides, but that comes from advertising. I know it comes from advertising, and yeah, I just use trousers or jeans. Most people wear jeans.
There's people could say that better than I could, of course. I produced the thing, and I know people have enjoyed it. And as far as I'm concerned, if people enjoy something that I'm doing or I've done, then that is a reward in its own. And it seems as though I have a talent, as you say.
Now this is National Golf Month, and if there's no exciting enough for all they followers of the wee white ball, the Irish Open is for the Royal County Down Golf Club, starting on the 28th.
Wow. And there's so much diversity in the Scots dialects too. Like there is so like Scottish dialects are so diverse too. You can always hear the similarities in them, but you know, just based on the dialect of region is so cool how very different they can all be. While, you know, most people who don't take the time to know will just generically say, oh, they all sound the same. They sound very different. It's so cool to see. And
You think you're better now, you won't get them there, or you all want past jobs now, you won't get them to work on anything. If we work,
Manx English, huh? The end. Okay, awesome. That was 30 dialects of the English language in the UK. I came in knowing a little of that knowledge, and, you know, here we are, and I feel like I learned quite a bit from that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, definitely leave a like on me and subscribe if you haven't. I will see you in the next video. Take care, guys.